Hey guys, my name is Shelby Gerard, and this is the PFTR1220 Myofascial Lines assignment. We learned a lot in the PDF kind of PowerPoint presentation in Moodle about this, so I took a lot of my notes off of there. Just wanted to make that clear. So what I wanted to say about the superficial backline, the SBL, is that its posterior function supports body full extension, so full extension of the body. The movement function of the SBL is to create extension and hyperextension, and it connects entire posterior surface from the bottom of the foot to the top of the head, and it connects in two pieces. So in that entire foot to head connection, it does break apart into several pieces, but it is connected to the posterior surface. For the, that's why it's called the back line. For the superficial front line, it's kind of the opposite of the back line. The functions are similar. They kind of work in conjunction. Like for the posterior function of the superficial front line, it is to actually balance the back line. So like I said, they kind of work in conjunction. Movement function of the superficial front line is to create flexion in the trunk and the hips of the body. It creates extension at the knee and dorsiflexion of the foot. Opposite of the superficial back line, the superficial front line connects on the anterior surface of the body from the top of the feet to the side of the skull. And same thing, it breaks into two separate pieces on the full anterior surface of connection. For the lateral line, its posterior function is balance. It mediates force, and it also stabilizes the limbs. So it kind of works as a full body thing. For the movement function, when standing, it helps in deceleration. And when perpendicular to gravity, it helps in acceleration. It especially is helpful and plays a big role in frontal plane stability. For the spiral line, the posterior function is balance, and it wraps the entire body in a double spiral. For movement function, it creates or mediates spirals and rotations, and modulates strain of the foot arch. This, like I said, was all taken from the PowerPoint presentation that was in Moodle. I took a lot of the notes from there just because I wasn't quite sure if there was kind of information online that would be a little bit harder to kind of reference, so I just decided to take most of it from Moodle. But I'm excited to learn more about this because it's really interesting to me. I think it really is what makes the body function, right? So the assignment asked for kind of a unique, I would say just something unique about the front and back functional line. So when I went online, I found that for functional lines, they're actually called functional lines because they're rarely used versus the superficial back lines, front line, lateral line, and spiral line. They're rarely used, so that's why they're called functional lines. They're rarely used for achieving standing posture, where the superficial back line, superficial front line, lateral line, and spiral line are often used. That little tidbit I got from a part on my computer here. I just have it so that I can reference. I got it, actually, it was a little bit of a write-up from a YouTube thing. So I got it from O'Dane Bennett is his name, published on November 5th, 2010. Marvelous Monday, Flexibility, Back Functional Line is what it's called. I'll just kind of show you here so that we can kind of see it. Hopefully we can see that there. But this is what I took this from. So just so that we all know. Thanks for your time.